I'm the Disc Golf Guy, and this is my video blog. Today we are on location at Standing Rocks Open near Stevens Point, Wisconsin. I'm joined by our existing leader, Kyle Pinkman, PDGA 29-24-8.
Yeah, good job.
All right, something like that. I did all my homework here. So Kyle, tell us a little bit about the course and then how you attacked both sides of the course today.
Well, first we played West this morning. I absolutely love the West course. You know, in true fairways, you hit your line, you know, you can get up there and get a deuce. I started off great. I put everything under the basket the first couple holes. Got that momentum going, you know, got my twos, got a good feeling. I played simple. I took my threes when I had to, and then when I got in trouble, I took my medicine and took my fours, you know, where I have to do it.
Yep, there are a few punishing holes out here. As he said, the fairways are fair, but if you get off the fairway, if you don't throw a miraculous upshot, you might just, as he said, take your medicine and take your four and move on. So you shot 7 under, which is a pretty stellar round out there. There's a decent amount of birdies, but there's, like I said, a lot of places to get in trouble. So 7 is a pretty good score. That's actually leading, or was leading, the event off the West course. And then you came over to the slightly easier, more technical East course. How did that go, and how did you attack it?
Well, the East course to me is, there's a lot of luck factors, it feels like.
Okay.
I mean, you can hit a good line and catch a tree at the end and kick 40 feet in the woods.
Okay.
The rain was tough.
It was
really cold. I was hiding underneath the umbrella the whole round. But mentally, I just stayed focused, did what I had to do, took my time on the tee pads, and I played great. I threw a lot of thumbers on the East course.
Which is kind of your strong suit. That's something you're really well known for, is throwing thumbers.
Yes,
how's the shoulder feel after a day like today?
Great. The back hurts. The shoulder feels fine, but the back hurts really bad. These courses are unbelievable. If you've never been to Stevens Point, get here. These courses are unbelievable. Tournament director does a lot of great work. It's just a great time. I can't complain.
So, without maybe even asking, we usually do kind of a tip from the pros, and I think you maybe already touched on that a little bit about how you were in those adverse conditions. You just said you made sure you took your time on the tee. You made sure that you were prepared and that you were doing what you needed to do even in adverse conditions. Anything you want to add on to that if you're giving some tips here?
The best thing I can say is just play your own game. If some guy throws a shot and he takes this disc and puts it there, that doesn't mean that you need to do that same exact shot. Do what's best for you, especially in wood courses like this. Like, that's why I throw thumbers. You know, like a guy might take a buzz and throw a shot where, hey, I could probably do that too, but you know what? I'm going to give myself a chance to make a putt. If I get up there and give myself a putt, that's all I can ask.
Exactly, and that's funny because that's something that I live by quite a bit too, is making sure you're always playing your own game. We have a lot of great players, especially here in Wisconsin with Barry Schultz and some others. They go out and throw these miraculous shots, and I think, well, he threw a rock, maybe I should throw a rock. Well, it's great to see what they do, but that doesn't mean you have to try and copy them.
Definitely.
Do what works. So we touched on that you are really well known for your thumbers. You always kind of have been. I don't always advocate that's the best way that people go out and start playing the game, but tell maybe some pros and cons about the whole idea of overhands, or what people should be thinking about when they're learning the game.
Right. Well, for me, with the overhand, it's always been a stable Firebird or a flick. That's what I throw. I love the Z plastic or the Champion plastic. It just seems to not have the wobble factor.
Sure.
But the thing with the thumber is you really have to be confident with the throw. To me, I learned it from a guy that only throws thumbers.
Sure.
And he basically told me, if you played baseball, it's like coming up at center field and trying to throw the guy out at home.
Okay.
Follow through, get the disc at a 90-degree angle, and just follow through like you're pitching. And that's what always worked for me. And I just went out to an open field and I just practiced it.
Sure.
You know, it doesn't come overnight. You have to learn. You have to take the time to learn those
So
shots.
you see primarily a lot of people throwing those as trick shots or shots to get out of trouble,
Exactly.
or an occasional hole that just really screams out and calls for it. Would you advocate that people go out and really primarily work on a thumber, or would you really like to see people continue just to leave that as one piece of their arsenal?
I really wouldn't say to go out and work on it. It's not good for the arm unless if you're throwing it and it hurts, you're not throwing it right.
Okay.
That's the thing I tell people. If you're saying, oh, my arm hurts when I throw it, well, that's because you're not throwing it properly.
Okay.
That's why my arm doesn't bother me, because I've learned to throw it the right way so it doesn't bother me. I would say learn a forehand before you would learn this.
Sure.
Unless
okay.
you played baseball and you pitched, it comes naturally for a pitcher, because that's the motion that you're throwing. So that's why it worked for me, because I played high school baseball and pitched for many years. So.
Good. Well, We are up, like I said, we're up here in Stevens Point. This is a huge B tier event. It has all the caliber and all the quality for an A tier, but it continues to be a sold-out B tier year after year after year. We have our day one our day one leader here, Kyle Pinkman. Tomorrow's the West course. Go out and attack that, and best of luck to you. And maybe we'll be talking to you again tomorrow.
Appreciate it, sir.
All right, take
Thanks
care.
a lot.
Take care.